How's it going, everybody? Vegeta saying what is good to all my Super Saiyan homies, here to bring you all sorts of Dragon Ball and gaming content. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do an equip guide for the Sparking Yellow Majuub that we're going to be getting soon for the next All-Star banner. And I figure I'll also do this for the Kid Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well. Probably do that tomorrow so that this way, you know, everybody can just kind of get prepared for the new characters. This way, when they drop Friday, everybody, you know, you can just hop in and be ready to go. So yeah, that being said, let's hop into it. So first up for this guy, we have the Awakened Fusion equip. I think this is pretty straightforward. The fact that he is a Fusion Warrior and is a ranged unit makes this a pretty solid equip for him overall. But the other thing is people are already kind of noting that he's a little squishy. It just seems like his stats are, you know, they're that of an All-Star unit or a Sparking unit or whatever, non-Zenkai. Just a little bit squishy. So having double defenses here up to 18%, and then having the, you really want to roll the blast attack because again he has a ranged unit. But even having, you know, if you're one of those people who likes to balance out stats, then you know, if you want to, if you're fine with rolling the strike attack, that's fine. And honestly, this is a great equip for any other Fusion Warriors that are strike oriented. Anyway, actually, hold on. Before I say that, it is Fusion Warrior Yellow, so it really would only apply to whatchamacallit, Gogeta Blue. And theoretically, if you wanted to, depending on your build, you could do for the Transforming Super Vegito as well. But yeah, that's what. That's just that. We're gonna hop over to the game to show you where it is real quick, and then yeah, we'll move on. So the Unawakened version shows up in the equipment event missions, or the event battles, rather, where you can get just the equipment awards for Fusion Warriors. So obviously you have these very low level characters to beat. They're all Fusion Warriors, and then yeah, you just get these 3 equips from there. It's obviously the Unawakened version, so you'll have to awaken it via your Rush medals through Ultra Space Time Rush, but that's easy enough to do. Next up, we have the Awaken Leave the Rest to Me. This one right here is interesting because you are going to kind of be relying on the double offense. I mean, you really could go for the double defense if you want, but once again, you're leaning into the strike attack factor on that front. So I would highly recommend trying to roll the blast attack here, and then having the pure buff per GT member. If you're running him on a GT setup, I think this is a pretty solid one because, you know, 18% to both offenses, and then a pure buff per GT member, so you're getting an 18% pure buff you're getting an 18% pure buff if you're running him on a GT team. This ends up being pretty powerful, so yeah, let's hop over as to where you can find it. It's super easy. So for this bad boy right here, we'll go to the how to get in the archive, and this might put me out of a job if you guys don't know about this. The archive is a great place to kind of let you know where some of these equips are. However, obviously they're not going to recommend to you which the better ones are, so hopefully I could at least be of some use to you guys. But as you guys can see in the how to get, you can get it in the exchange shops for either the Z medals or the equipment of the medals, so that's easy enough to do. Next up, we've got Okay, Here I Go, and this is the current PvP equip, so this is pretty, I'll say, I don't want to say easy to come by because you know not everybody likes running PvP, and hybrids are a nightmare, so I totally get it if PvP is not necessarily your thing, but it should be hopefully something that you can come by at least, you know, hopefully you play enough to maybe, I don't know what rank people play to, but you know, hopefully you get a few copies of it, and so this is, like we talked about, he is a bit of a squishy boy, so having double defense and a little bit of health, always a nice thing right there. Really just purely for tanking a little bit more. But yeah, that's really just that. If you want him to not be so squishy, this is a great option, especially because it's just so readily available right now. Next up, we have another straightforward one in Becoming Super Saiyan. This one right here, I think is a pretty solid one for any ranged Super Saiyan or Fusion Warrior unit. It's nothing too crazy, but it's got some pretty solid stats, I'd say. 15% to strike defense, 20% to blast attack, and then 7% to ki recovery, which I know people sometimes say is a bit of a wasted slot, but higher ki recovery, higher ki, you know, theoretically leads to putting out more cards, more damage, etc. That's just on paper, though, and I'm not going to go too crazy trying to talk about that. But anyway, like I said, this is easy enough to come by, and we will hop over to the game so I can prove that fact real quick. Once again, we're looking at the equipment event battle, and for this one, we're looking at the Super Saiyan battle, which will give you these 3 right here: Bardock, the LR Yard Rat Goku, and then the Transforming Purple Broly, and then the rewards you get, you can see right here. So yeah, this one's pretty easy enough to come by, and once again, it's easy enough to do considering how low level these guys are. So yeah, hopefully you can farm up this one nice and easy. Another one you can get with your Z medals is the Hurry Up and Die equip. This is one of my favorite equips in the game. I say it all the time, considering it's got 10% to key recovery, 12% to special move, 20% to blast damage. This is an all-around solid offensive equip. So yeah, I highly recommend this one to you guys. Z medals are what you get when you have a unit that's 14 star and you pull them again in a multi. So for a lot of people, that's, you know, when they're pulling dupes of heroes, or if they have a 14 star of an LR and they're doing the daily LR missions, as in Legends Road, not LR as in Dokkan, not to be confused. But yeah, that's that, and we'll move on to just a couple that you can't obtain right now, but were obtainable in the recent past, so hopefully you can get a couple rerolls on them if you have a couple sitting around. So first up, we have the Come and Give Me Your Best Shot, and this equip was available in the anniversary event when we had the, I think it was like there were 25 stage battles rather than 50 stage battles, but one was for Zamasu and one was for Vegito Blue. And I can't remember exactly which one you got it from, but it doesn't matter because they're not available right now. The point is, it was available in the recent past, so hopefully you guys have this one sitting around and you guys can play with it a little bit. We've got 12% to critical, we got 15% to blast defense, and 22% to blast attack, so absolutely nothing to sneeze at right here. Very solid equip for the guy. Once again, if you have it lying around, definitely recommend rolling it a little bit, because 22% is a wonderful stat. You don't see that. Yeah, you know, I'd say usually the highest you see on a gold is usually about there, 22, so I would definitely recommend rolling for it. Next up, we have the Ha 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 Ha, which was available, I believe, by using gold coins during the anniversary. Don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was. But anyway, this is a good, again, defensive equip for if you're trying to make him a little less squishy. That is because you're getting 13% to randomly whichever one of the defensive stats in the first slot, and the second slot is also going to be random, and the last slot is going to be both of them. So hopefully, you know, you can roll one of each, getting 13 and 15 respectively based on the slot, and then add that on to an extra 12 in that last slot right there, giving, you know, over 20% to both defenses just from the one equip, which I think is really, really solid. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys found this one helpful, and we'll hop in again real soon for the SSJ3 Kid Goku as well. See you all in the next one. Peace out.